You've probably heard the saying, "It takes money to make money." While there's some truth behind that phrase, it's not a golden standard. There are plenty of ways you can launch and grow a successful startup business without spending a penny. Is it easy? No, not by any means. If you have money sitting around, by all means, please invest it in your business to get it off the ground and to accelerate growth. However, we realize that's not always a possibility, and that's okay. Some businesses don't require any capital to get started, making them low-risk, high-reward ventures. Those are the kind of businesses we're going to focus on in this video. Before we get started, please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons to be sure not to miss any of our incredible content in the future. Go ahead and get that done. I'll wait. Okay, let's get into it. In this video, we'll walk you through the best businesses you can start with no money. While nothing is entirely free in this world, these business ideas come pretty dang close. But first, is starting a business with no money a good idea? Should you start a business with no money? You've probably seen other startups score massive venture capitalist, VC funding, or substantial business loans. Sure, you can find equity financing or a lender to fund your business, but that's not always the best choice. There are advantages and drawbacks to starting a business with no money. Here's what to consider. Here's the pros of starting a business with no money. You'll have no financial obligations and total control over your business. You won't be accountable to lenders, shareholders, family members, or friends. There's little risk involved. If the business succeeds, there's a huge upside. However, if the company goes under, you'll lose little investment except for time. You can achieve your dreams regardless of your financial situation. Go from startup to C-suite, there's always a chance. Cons of starting a business with no money. Growth can be slow. A bit of capital can help jumpstart your business and accelerate progress. You'll miss out on opportunities. Your website might be simple and you may not have capital to build up your inventory or supplies. Marketing tactics will be limited and you'll have to be strategic with every dollar you spend. You'll probably be operating alone. With capital, you can hire employees and freelancers to help. With an empty wallet, you'll likely fly solo, at least until you start earning some cash. How much money do you need to start a business? Technically, you don't need any money to start a business. You could walk across the street, cut your neighbor's grass, collect your payment, and you'd have started a lawn care business without spending a dollar. However, it's not that simple. There are overhead prices you'll need to consider. Equipment. You'll likely need at least a computer to run your business. Depending on the services and products you offer, you may need additional equipment and software. Utilities. Even if you're just using a computer, you'll have to pay for your internet and electricity. These are relatively minor bills, but they're still expenses you need to consider. Hosting. Even consultants and freelancers need websites to market their services, and these require annual hosting, domain, and security fees. Maintenance. Computers need replacing, software needs debugging, and equipment needs fixing. Even if you've already purchased equipment, you'll have to pay to maintain it. Licenses and permits. You'll have to pay local, state, and national governments to operate and sell depending on your industry. You might not face any of these expenses from the get-go, but expect to incur these costs within the first 12 months of your business. Don't forget to factor in the cost of your time. While that's not a number you'll see on your financial spreadsheets, the time you spend working on your business is time that you could have been spent on something else. Calculate your opportunity costs to understand your true gains and losses. So, how much money do you really need to start a business? Regardless of your business or industry, plan on spending at least a few $100s every year. Of course, this number can widely vary depending on your products and services, but this should be a baseline to ensure you don't go under. So, here we go. The 4 best businesses to start with no money. Number 1, podcasting. Podcasting relies primarily on connections, not capital. All you need to create a top-notch podcast is high-quality content. Depending on your format, you'll need to land influencer interviews or provide your own expertise. Yet, that doesn't usually cost money. Influencers will want to join your podcast for more exposure, not necessarily for cash. However, that means you're going to need to build adequate traffic to your podcast channel before you can monetize it. That, or you're going to need to know the right people. You can use a podcast to make money through various means. Podcast subscriptions. Requires listeners to subscribe to your podcast to listen to episodes. Donations. Ask your audience to contribute to keep the show alive. If you're delivering quality content, your fans will want to make sure it keeps coming. Consider creating a Patreon account to provide add-on and premium rewards to those who donate. Sponsorships. Find local or big-name sponsors to pay for shout-outs and advertising on your podcast channel. Affiliate marketing. Sell other companies' products on your podcast and earn a commission when listeners make a purchase. E-commerce. Sell your own physical goods, courses, ebooks, or brand merchandise. As far as expenses go, you'll want a decent microphone and basic recording software. Eventually, you'll want to invest in a nice setup, but you can get by in the early days with your laptop microphone and free audio editing software like Audacity or Audio Tool. You'll also need to invest in podcasting hosting services. A subscription to a platform like Buzzsprout or Captivate will only cost you about $10 to $20 per month, but it's an expense you'll want to budget for. 2. Freelancing and consulting. All you need to do to start freelancing or consulting is have a marketable skill, a computer, and an internet connection. Everything beyond that is just a bonus. Freelancing and consulting share a lot in common. Consulting is similar to freelancing except that instead of creating deliverables, you'll be selling your advice and expertise. There's a market for virtual assistants, writers, programmers, designers, photographers, recruiters, and more. If you've built a solid career and portfolio in any of these fields, then there's a good chance clients will be willing to pay for your work. Eventually, you'll want a website to host your portfolio and build your credibility. But it's not a necessity on day one. If you're struggling to find initial clients, you'll need to invest in marketing yourself. However, you should be able to get started by networking with your friends, family, colleagues, and previous employers. Your earnings may start small as a freelancer or a consultant, but they'll grow steadily alongside your experience and portfolio. Every client you win isn't just a paycheck, it's an opportunity to create career-long relationships. It'll also help make you a better writer, which will help bump up your rates and score bigger, higher-paying clients. 3. Blogging. Blogging often gets hyped up as a way to go from nothing to six-figure incomes in months. While there's real earning potential behind this profession, approach it with a bit more realism. Optimism too, but realism first. It doesn't take much to start blogging. Instead of building an audience on third-party sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, Medium, or Tumblr, invest in your own property. It'll cost a few bucks, but it'll give you more versatility with monetizing your audience in the future. You'll want to build a basic website, and most of these come with pre-made blogging functionality built in. Hosting fees for a website and domain will cost you around $100 to $200 a year, which provides plenty of functionality for you to get started. Beyond that, you'll need a computer and an internet connection, and that's about it. Monetizing your blog. Now, as for revenue, once you've built an audience and consistent traffic to your website, here's how you can start monetizing. E-commerce. Sell your own products on your website. Even if you don't want to invest in inventory, consider selling print-on-demand or digital products. For example, you could write and publish an ebook or course for free and sell it on your site. Affiliate marketing. Don't want to sell your own products? Sell other businesses' products and get paid a commission when your readers click through your affiliate links and make a purchase. Advertising. Run ads on your page and get paid for impressions or clicks. Donations. Notice those sites that ask you to donate $5 for a cup of coffee or to help support the great content? That might seem like a small amount of money, but it can be a significant revenue maker if you're raking in thousands of monthly viewers. Memberships. If people are devouring your content, they might be willing to pay for it. Consider locking premium content behind paywalls. For example, you could start a subscription-based newsletter using a membership platform like Substack. Sponsorships. Brands may want to get in front of your niche audience, and they'll be willing to pay to do it. 4. Instructing. Turn your know-how into income by bundling your knowledge into digestible courses that customers will pay to watch. Now, more than ever is the time to invest in virtual learning. Last year, Udemy alone saw a 425% increase in paid enrollment. While that's in large part due to the COVID-19 pandemic, new awareness and adoption are happening in this space that's ripe for capitalizing on. Selling a course doesn't require too many expenses. You'll want a decent microphone and camera to record your lectures, but some laptops' built-in hardware can provide adequate quality. After equipment, you'll need to consider how you're going to host the course, and this is where you might need to invest a bit of cash. While you can host your course on a platform like Udemy or Coursera for free, you'll have greater flexibility and earning potential by self-hosting your course on platforms like Teachable or Thinkific. These self-hosting platforms will cost you anywhere from $0 to $99 per month, but they're well worth the expense, especially since it'll be your only significant cost. Think about what educational content you could provide. Do your friends, family, or colleagues frequently ask you similar questions? Do you possess a talent or knack that others struggle with? If so, your idea has the potential to be a lucrative course. Start small and test out your idea. Don't make your first course a 30-hour-long piece of content. Start with a 2 or 3 hour course and see if you like it, and if your audience wants it. Course creation is an excellent side hustle you can experiment with without quitting your 9 to 5, giving you an added level of security.